Well, in our community block today, the needs of youth and families to get through trauma and challenges together. Well, Shiloh House continues to evolve to meet those needs in the metro area. With more about the services the program provides, here's Deputy CEO Molly Ramirez.
Well, Molly joins us this morning from Shiloh House. Molly, how are you today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm great. Well, first of all, I want all our viewers this morning to know the work that Shiloh House does. Can you tell us a little bit about the history as well?
Yes. So Shiloh House is a nonprofit organization that we've been around for over 35 years, and we serve youth and families in the community that really just have any type of struggles, whether it's mental health, whether it's additional parenting support, independent living. We run the gamut, but any way to serve youth and families, we want to be able to do. And so we have a lot of programs that do that.
Yes, you do. Okay, there is a new legislation that is going into effect as of October 1st. What is it and how will it impact families and youth right here in Colorado?
Yeah, so the legislation was passed a couple of years ago, but it will come into effect October 1st. It's called Families First Prevention Services Act. It's a mouthful, but it really is targeted towards reducing the need for out-of-home placement for children. And so really trying to keep youth in their home setting or even in foster care instead of hospitals or residential treatment or detention or anything like that. So it's shifting resources and funds to be able to put it towards services on the prevention side and keep the youth in their homes with their families.
Got it. So how do you think this legislation will change the way Shiloh House serves the community?
Yeah, I think that really our agency believes in providing a continuum of care for children and families. And so one of the ways that we've responded to this legislation is to really beef up kind of our preventative services. And so just being able to meet a child and their family where they're at and meeting them in the home and trying to assess and serve them the best way that we can to prevent them from needing additional services or additional system involvement later on.
Right. And, there is a long list of great resources Shiloh House provides. With that said, there are also needs, and that's where us as a community can come in and help. So what would you say are those needs?
Yes. So as with any change that you have to your organization, that always requires some financial resources. And so we just ask for the community to keep our organization in mind on Colorado Gives Day on December 7th. But also we have a lot of buildings and a lot of cars to be able to transport the youth where they need to go and also serve the youth and families the way that they deserve to be served. And so with those houses, it's all of the needs that you have for your own house, but just multiplied. So everything that you have in terms of water heaters, roofs, things for the kitchen, we need all of that. We need the support of our community to be able to maintain those buildings the way that they need to be.
Of course. And, you, Molly, of all people, get to see the actual need that's out there every single day, and also how good this can be for our youth. What do you think is the most rewarding part of what you do?
I truly think it is when we are able to see youth that we've worked with for an extensive amount of time really come into their own and be able to just use the skills that we've taught them and really be able to be independent and overcome the struggles that they've had. We've had so many kids come back through the years and tell us the impact that we had. And so just knowing that we were a small part of their journey and how we maybe changed the trajectory of their journey has been really monumental for myself and our staff.
Of course, especially just to think that even that small part of your journey could have been the big difference. But what's a good way to partner with Shiloh House?
Yes, we love partners in terms of, we know it's been a long year for everyone. And so for organizations, when you are prepping for some serve days in the next year, we would love to be kept in mind for those because we have so many locations. And also any businesses that are interested in partnering with nonprofits. Like I mentioned, we have so many different services and so many different buildings that partnering with businesses to help us maintain those has been a huge blessing throughout the years. And we're always looking for additional partners.
Okay, well, big shout out to the rest of your team over at Shiloh House. Thank you for your time, Molly, and for all the great work that you guys do every single day. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Shiloh House is positioned to meet the needs of youth and families where they need it most. Learn more and support Shiloh House at shilohhouse.org.